It has been a while. Please excuse, I don't have a working microphone, so I can't have so I don't have mouth moving. So sorry, but hello everyone. Hello Ditto does games and hello Mantic. How is everyone doing? It has been a little bit since I have been live. This is a nice view. You're doing good? That's good to hear. By the way, like I said, please excuse not having a moving mouth. Nice intro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Might be getting your first job soon. So pretty good. Well, hey, hopefully it goes well for you. Hopefully things turn out good. Um, I remember my first job. Yeah, I hated it. I was a dishwasher for the college lunchroom. I did 1 day of it, and I had like 3 hours of overtime, maybe even more, and I never went back. I just it was one night, and I just was like, no, no more. So that was my first job, but my first real job, where I actually stayed longer than one shift, that was I think I was there for 6 to 8 years before I fell ill the first time, and then they fired me. So so yeah. By the way, how do you guys like the new chat? Am I pointing at it correctly? I Yeah, right down here. How do you guys like the new chat? I worked a lot. I worked pretty hard on for that to be like that. That's a shitty reason to fire a 6 year employee. Yeah, I I was I was getting doctor's notes pretty much every other month, and then I missed 1 month. I was late by like a week, uh, by 1 month, and they just said, and they fired me for it just because I couldn't see my doctor. Like I couldn't even see my doctor at the time, and they were like, "Well, too bad, fired." So not much I could have really done. Wait, how long were you sick? I was okay. I was sick for 2 years. 2 years. They fired me a couple months before I started feeling better and was actually able to. I would have actually been able to go back to work. I got hair in my eye. So like, it was like a month and a half, maybe 2.5 months um, before I actually was like, okay, I could go back to work, but before they when they fired me. So you know, if I would have if they didn't fire me, I would have been back at the job within like 2 months. So that was a long time ago though. Though that sickness did come back. Uh, that sickness did come back for me, and it did get me fired from my second job. Now they let me go because they hired. I was only a temp employee. I was only there to like do like a remodel, and I pretty much missed the entire remodel. So they just let me go and said, whenever you're feeling better, you're free to reapply. But yeah, but yeah, basically what the sickness was is it's extreme stomach pains. I'm mostly over it now. It does come here and there though. So like the pains would be ranging from, okay, I could like maybe walk, like I could do day-to-day tasks. I just couldn't bend over or lift or anything. To I couldn't even, like, it was ranging from that to like days where I couldn't even get out of bed because of how much pain it was. And uh I had that for 2 years the first time, and then I had it for like 4 months just recently, and I'm still kind of recovering from it. Hello, Deku the Fox. How are you? What did your doctor say about it? Uh, they still don't know the reason why. None of my doc I've gone, so when I first got it to still now, uh no doctor even knows what it is. No doctor knows what's causing it. I yeah, it's been an ongoing thing where I've been going to specialist after specialist after specialist to be like, to be told we don't know what it is. All the tests turn out normal. Every test we do turns out normal. We don't know what it is. It's just a repeat of all that. How's my day been? It's been okay. Look, I'm not against religion, but please keep it out of my chat. That's your final warning. Keep religion out of my chat. I'm not against it. Just don't bring it up in my chat. Do it again, I'll just ban you. Final warning. Uh oh man, that doesn't sound good. Hope you're doing okay. I've been doing a lot better. The pains have gotten much better. I've been able to I've been able to basically live a life with to an extent, like I can actually do things like lift and bend. Even though there is some pain, I'm actually able to do it now. I think faith healing is an okay thing to be against personally. I I don't believe in it. Honestly, I kind of believe that most medicines, like not all, but like a lot of the medicine that we take, some of it is like placebo, like it's doing some things for us, but I think a majority of it is just placebo as well. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously it does something to it for us. Otherwise, people that didn't believe it worked probably wouldn't have it worked. But like, I do feel like a lot of medicines have take advantage of that placebo effect though, of like, okay, we'll do something, but they'll believe it does something more. All right, not really fair for you Christians. Look, this isn't a religious stream, okay? You had your thing. I asked you politely not to talk about religion. If you want to talk about religion, go to a religious channel. Otherwise, don't force it down someone's throat. Religion is okay as long as you don't force it onto people. The moment you start forcing your beliefs onto people without them asking for it, that's you start crossing the lines. My headset, my headset keeps falling out. I'm having to use a crappy Xbox headset right now. It doesn't even have a mic. Like I found the microphone for it and plugged it in. Doesn't even work on PC. So that's fun. And like the audio cuts out like every 2 minutes. So like sometimes I'll be in a Discord call and like the audio will just be like cut out and a bunch of static in my ears and then as they're talking and then I'm like, can you repeat the last like 10 seconds of what you just said? It's like a constant thing. Uh um what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying before I got onto the religion and the headset thing? Am I all right? I've been better. I've been better. Uh oh, placebo effect. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I already said everything I wanted to say about that though. Um so I think I'm good there. Uh well, as if the because the title I understand the title. Why you would ask that. Like I said, life has been better. Has been. This is probably I'm probably in the lowest point in my life right now. Um, I before I if you've been to past streams, you've been hanging around in like Discords and all that. You probably know me as I'm pretty tame. I'm pretty chill. Uh, I don't get angry. And I have a pretty neutral look on pretty much everything. Like I'm pretty neutral. That's what I would like to say about myself. Uh, a couple of weeks ago, I went to see my doctor. Now, I've been diagnosed with depression since 2017. 2017. I was I think that's the year I was diagnosed with it. Uh, never went on medic. Oh, I did go on medication back then. I stopped it after like a week on my own because I was getting pretty the S word. I don't know if I can say that word on Twitch and YouTube, but you know, the medicine was making me pretty wanting to not alive. I don't like I said, I don't know if I can say the S word. Um that was back in like 2017, 2018, something like that. I went to see my doctor and then back then I just said, okay, I'm feeling really bad and I just stopped taking it. I didn't even consult my doctor. I just stopped taking it and I went into the mood of I'm sad, but I'm pretty neutral about everything. I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to do anything like that. Like I was just pretty neutral about everything. I had no optimism, I had no sadness. I was pretty neutral. Uh That's pretty much how I've been for my whole life since then. And then my doctor, I went to go see him again a few weeks ago, and he was like, "I'm gonna put you on some depression antidepressants," and he was like, "Do not self take yourself, like, don't stop taking these. If you feel like you're, you know, getting not like you're getting those thoughts again, or it just makes things worse, to give him a call." Well, I didn't really notice it didn't really hit me that it was really affecting me until Friday evening. So like like a couple hours after they've closed. Um I've only been on them for like probably a week now. And like Friday evening, it just hit me. I have no I have no energy, no will to do anything. Like I was I was crying before I hit that go live button. But sorry. I had to compose myself. But it's been I've been wanting to stream. I and I told myself I'm gonna stream more. So I'm going against what my body and my mind are telling me to do what I want to do. It happens with depression, had that problem, but hope you get better soon, bud. Yeah. Depression's not a joke, you know? So tomorrow I'm just gonna be calling my doctors and be like, look, I need something needs to change. Because these meds have ruined my last few days, I would say. Mom dealt with depression, she said it was horrible. Yeah, don't take it lightly. Because if you do, it'll just compound. And the longer you just deal with it and deal with it and deal with it, the worse and worse it will get. I I've been dealing I've just been pushing my depression off to the side for how long ago was 2017? I don't even know now. But like I just been pushing it to the side, and now that I'm actually trying to do something about it, it's it's painful, like emotionally. Like it's a roller coaster of emotions. Uh, I have been very, very short-tempered lately too. Um, like before, I probably would have just let that guy with all of his religious sayings. I probably wouldn't have even banned him. I would have just ignored him. But I've just been so short-tempered lately that one warning and that's it. I don't know. Like I said, I can't really look into the future like that. Or I can't really imagine a situation like that. I might have ignored it a few times. I might have let him like say his things and then just kept ignoring him. And then, after a while, if they just kept doing it, I would have said stop, but and then timed them out. I don't think I would have actually banned them for it. I think I would have only timed them out, but I just they obviously have no respect for me, so I just banned them. Um, but yeah, like I've been going through a lot of mood swings, like um, short-tempered, uh, been sad a lot. Uh, I'm literally I'm literally going outside in a fall jacket. So like it's like heavily insulated. You know, it's meant to keep you warm during like the fall and winter, autumn, winter, whatever you want to call it. And I just been wearing that because like, I don't care. Like 90 degrees, sun directly on me. I'm over here dying of heat stroke, and I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. And uh though there was one thing I was really looking forward to. Um if if you're in the Discord, you would probably know this, but I was participating in a game jam with my friends. Now, this is something I was actually pretty excited for. I had a lot of optimism about what could be done, about what I wanted to do in it. Like I've never made a game before. Uh, I'm not blaming my friends, by the way. Uh, they have things going on in their lives, and they had to step aside. So after a day of working on a game, the second day, actually the third day, we just said they just told me that they've given up. That kind of actually kick-started my depression. I'm like I said, I'm not blaming them. They had a lot going on in their lives that where they couldn't focus on it. So I'm not blaming them at all. But like I think that really kick-started my downward spiral because like something that I was extremely excited for just got axed. And then yeah. And then as I got over it, I just felt more and more depressed. Not because of that, but just because I don't know. I don't really know why I am feeling the way I am. It could be it could be many things. Probably because I haven't had a job in a while. Haven't been able to hold a job. But yeah. I keep getting pinged on Discord. Okay. No, I wasn't getting pinged on it was I was getting notifications, I just wasn't getting pinged. Um and then let's see. What else was there? Um Also, if you look at my if you've been if you follow me on Twitter or if you subscribe to me on YouTube, you might have seen my post about the shooting stars. I made that post before I went on my antidepressants, And that post was actually, I actually got really enthusiastic about streaming and content creation. Like at the moment I made that post, and I kept working and working to make the streams. I like while I wasn't streaming, I was working to make the streams better. I was planning what I wanted to change with them, what I wanted to do in the future, and then started taking the pill, and that kicked it all to the side. I was planning to come back to streaming last week. Last week. It's very rarely a rational assessment speaking from experience. I know that doesn't necessarily help, but it's worth knowing that it doesn't always line up with your life actually getting worse. Yeah, and I'm still in my 20s, and you know, I have, I know, I just gotta sit through it, and once I'm done, once I get over it, the a better life on the other side of the tunnel, so to speak, I should say, I guess. By the way, just so anyone's aware, I am not feeling the feelings of I wanting to unalive myself. I do not feel that. Just to clear that up, in case someone thought I was feeling that way, I'm not. And even if I was, I would never act on it. I got these two girls to take care of behind me. If anything happens to the CIA, yes. Blame the government if anything happens. Uh, what was I saying? Dang it. But yeah, back to the shooting stars post. I don't know how many of you have actually read it, seen it, whatever. Um, but you know, you can find it on my Twitter or even on my YouTube community posts. It's the late it's I barely ever post anything on Twitter or my community posts. So it'll be the latest thing on those accounts. Um, when I made that post, I know I already said this, but I just want to recoup what I was saying. Um, when I made that post, I was really excited about the future of my channels, what I wanted to do, and all that. I still am. I still am. Uh, I started remembering what I enjoyed as a kid growing up and things that I enjoy now, everything that I enjoy now. And I realized that a lot of the things, a lot of the things I grew up on, you know, they're not, they're not even here anymore. Um, the night sky. I when I was growing up, I stargazed like almost every night. Can't do that anymore. There's too much there's too much smoke in the air. There's too much light pollution in the air. I can see only half of the sky at night nowadays. And it made me realize that we take things like that for granted. Like, I don't know. Like the night sky, I enjoyed it as a kid. As I got older, I stopped enjoying it as much. But sorry. Sorry. A lot of emotion going through me right now. Used to take seeing these for granted. No, you like a cryptid sighting. That as well. Like I don't know how old I don't know how old you guys are in my chat. Please don't tell me how old you are. It is against my chat rules. I don't want to know your age. But when I was younger, you know, we took car trips every summer. We would travel to a different state every summer when I was a kid. The car was covered in bugs. Every summer we had to take that car. The car was getting car washed like so many times because of how many dead bugs and splattered bugs there were. Look at it. I don't know. Like here, we're in a pretty forested area here. Like my parents live in the woods. It's pretty. There's like a lot of woods around me as well. Um, but there's no like there's no bugs when we drive anymore. Like either the bugs adapted and learned don't fly on the roads, or you know all the bugs we took for granted being like, ah, look at all these dead bugs, I gotta clean off my car now. And when's the last I'm gonna say it, when's the last time you saw a butterfly? I haven't seen a butterfly for 10 years. Actually, yeah, I haven't seen a butterfly for 10 years. I think it's been about 10 years. Maybe 8. Oh, Carl. You actually saw one a few days ago. But yeah, they're getting rare. Like bees, butterflies, the night sky. You know the one place that insects could be less frequent in is around is in my house, like just in like houses and stuff. Like I feel like you see more flies inside a house than you do outside. What did you join into? Discussing discussing life and sadnesses and ha- just basically things. Right now we're talking about like the things we took for granted in the past that aren't really around anymore. Like I said, like the night sky. Like 16 years ago, I could look up at the sky and see every star during the night. I can't do that anymore. Six like years ago, I could see butterflies almost every time I went outside. Don't see them anymore. Bees. I only see wasps now, and they keep trying to make nests in my around my doors. And also like wildlife. A few months ago, there were some deer actually on the streets. I was out at night on my porch and I saw a couple of deer and a doe, a baby deer. Is that what a baby deer is called? They were they're out on the street. A fawn. Okay, thank you. A doe is a female deer, that's right. A doe is a female deer, and I don't. A buck is a male deer, and a fawn's a baby. Um, I remember now. Yeah, like a few months back, I saw some deer out there. No idea what's wrong. No idea if they're even still alive. You know, in the middle of a city, probably got hit. And then a year ago, I was actually walking my dogs at night. We got pretty close to some deer. I was turning a corner and there were some deer right next to us. Uh, luckily, they didn't, they weren't like aggressive deer or anything, and they, ran away the moment Luna started barking at them. But it's always, it's always nice to see wildlife when you can, like just out in the world, living their lives. And you're just like, wow, wonderful. When I was growing up, I saw deer all the time. We we almost hit many deers growing up. My mom actually did hit a deer when I was younger. I think she was driving alone. Uh, but now I barely ever see a deer crossing the street. But there's an article I saw that was relevant to some of the stuff you mentioned. The autumn coat thing, but it potentially Twitch unfriendly. Should I DM it to you or uh feel free to, yeah, you can DM it to me if you want. I'll I'll take a look at it. Um I don't have Discord open on my computer, but I'll take a look at it on my phone. Um yeah, it's just the bugs, the wildlife, the trees even. It's all slowly all fading away. And we're not even realizing it. Well, people realize it, but the majority of the people don't care. Thank you for the support there, Zeph. I appreciate it. 18 cookies. I appreciate the tier 3 sub. Thank you very much. Don't do any of the throw commands. They are not active, and you're just going to be wasting your points. They're actually all disabled right now, I think. They should be. And they might actually not. They might not be. So don't waste your points. Don't waste your points on those, because they're not going to work. They don't work in VR chat. Not on this model. An older model, yeah, but not this one. Also, hello, code name. How you doing? What is this the article you sent me? It's so subtle. The little bit that I just read kind of feels like me. Hello, supernova. You think Not Like Us is a good song? I don't know what that song is. I'm sorry. Ugh. I was fast reading that article you sent me, the romantic. And I can, I saw. Hang on, I gotta adjust in my chair. This chair is hurting me. Ugh. There we go. I can sit straight up, I guess. Oh, don't have to read it now, of course. I like I said, I fast read it just a little bit, and a lot of it was like, wow. Like the little blip that I read that caught my eye and I read was like, wow, that sorta is me right now. Hmm. I'll give it a read after the stream. Uh, ah, I think I hit the mic by accident. Sorry. I don't know if that got picked up by the mic, but sorry if you heard me hit the mic. Ugh. But keeps. I literally set my phone down like as I set it down. I get notified that someone pinged me. I don't even know what they meant by that. Uh, but yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. Just how enjoy the things you have while you can, while they're around, whether that be friends, family, an object like a favorite video game, wildlife, trees, the night sky. Enjoy it while you can, because who knows how much longer it's going to be around. Your favorite video game might die off tomorrow. Probably not, but it could be tomorrow's tomorrow. Maybe the next tomorrow, you know? Or you might live in an area where you can enjoy the night sky, but due to job reasons or something, you have to move to a big city, and You're in the middle of it. You can't even see the night sky because of all the light pollution. So, welcome back. It does suck. Yeah. Hello, Jimmy. But yeah, remember to enjoy the things in your life. Well, yeah, like I said, you don't know when it may be over. I can't see profile pictures. I'm in VR. Everything that small is pretty pixelated for me. I can somewhat see what it is. I can see that it's a greenish blue. That's really all I can make out though. But but yeah, you Deku and a furry fox. Huh. All right. But yeah, I've been ever since I saw those shooting stars. I've been I've been doing more with my girls. They're sleeping right now, but I've been taking them out more. Even though I don't want to get out of bed, I'm still doing things with them. Deku and a furry fox and bye. Nice. Nice. Ah, I've been sitting at this window for a while. Go over here. Oh, my hand ran away. Look, we're gonna dr- we're gonna we're gonna draw while we talk now. But uh by the way, chat, how have all of you been, by the way? How have all of you been? Anything I've been talking a lot about things like for my life and stuff. What about for you all? How has life been for you all? Has it been going well? Has it been things going on? You don't have to get too detailed if you don't want to. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. You know, I'm not gonna force anyone to speak about their life if they don't want to. Agua. I don't even know where my water is. Hello, hi Nade. How are you doing? I also just realized my mic has been pointed a little bit away from me, so hopefully you've been really you've been haven't I haven't been too quiet. Um, fine. What are you saying fine about? Oh, my question about life. Yeah, you know, before I would have said life was fine. Uh, right now, I can't really answer that question because I don't even know. Stream delay, your beloved. It shouldn't be too. It shouldn't be that delayed. It should be. It should be only a few seconds. Like, I think 5 seconds. But like I said, I'm not gonna force anyone to talk about anything in their going on in their life if they don't want to. I just wanted to offer it in case anyone wanted to. But I'm gonna talk about jobs now. Uh, because yeah, jobs are a fun topic, right, guys? I hate jobs. I hate everything. I hate everything to do about applying for jobs and everything, especially nowadays. When I got my first job, it was actually a lot better. Um, so you know, me. So back in like what was it like 2016? You like my writing? My writing's really good. Back in like 2016. Also I just realized the camera's flipped. How do I unflip it? Is the camera flipped? I can't tell. Because on my little camera overlay right here, it's flipped. So it's like D10 and a backwards 2. So no? Oh, well. All right then. So I'll just ignore that preview then. So yeah, back in like 2016, you could apply for a job, you submit your little letter, you submit your like application, your cover letter, resume, whatever. Uh and you know, they would they would actually look at it, some person would come and, they'd read that little paper you gave them and it, that's like some HR person. This is someone from HR at the company that you applied for. All right? And they would see your application. They didn't have any AI, they didn't have any algorithms to like help them sort through them all faster. So they had to go through and read them all by themselves and, pick people based off of what they wanted. And, you could easily get like, you could easily get a job back then. You applied, you probably got a call if you applied. You could, you gotta get a call from like some number, and that's a phone. um Excuse my bad drawing. I don't know how to draw in VR, but yeah, like, yeah, and then like, what was it? When did COVID hit? COVID hit like what? 2019? So let's go with like 2020. In like 2020, um like COVID was at its worst. Uh everyone was pretty much working from home. Only essential workers were working. Uh and you know, the jobs that were uh like essential, like grocery stores and stuff, they were hiring like crazy. But like everyone else, they were working from home. And then So like a lot of people were working from home. You know, this is going to be your home, and people worked there. Hello, Fritza. Um, and people worked from home a lot, and then what was it? And essential workers kept going out to like the giant grocery stores. Food. Was labeled as food, and then so yeah, the workforce got split off like that back during COVID, and that was how long? Like 2 years, roughly. And during those 2 years, uh, you know, they started, corporations were like, oh, we could pay these guys less because they're not coming into the office, so less dollar. So they were getting paid less, and then these guys, they got like a pretty big pay grade back when COVID was as big. So like they were getting way more money, you know, due to like government incentives and all that. And then let's see, where's my eraser? Erase it all, erase it all. And then like I don't know, what was it, 20, 22, 23? Let's just go 3. Workforce started adding AI to the mix. They started adding AI to like the hiring process and everything. And every job is putting out applications, putting out postings saying they are hiring, need urgent workforce. You apply. You go apply, They run that through an algorithm. They don't even look at it. An AI looks at it. And then if the AI says no, if the AI doesn't like you, no one ever sees your application. No one. And hello, Net. I'm going to call you Net. But yeah, like, so 2023, AI started taking off in the workforce. Everyone's looking for employees. Everyone's looking for employees. But no one's hiring. But no one's hiring. No one. No job. No one's getting a job. Uh, and then you know we get called. And then the workforce starts saying no one wants to work. Uh, well, actually, what happened is they started using AI to sort through all these, and then they started lowering how much they're going to pay. So less money for everyone. Everyone started getting paid a lot less money. And then, and then prices started rising, and then people were getting laid off, and just no one was everyone's out there looking for a job, but no job actually wants to take them. That's where I am right now. I am in the state of I have been looking for jobs. I have been looking for a job for a while now. I am in this state. I am applying. I go out and apply, and I never hear anything back. Completely blank. Not a phone call, not an email, not even a text message. I don't hear anything back. And I'm literally desperate for a job. Like I'm literally out here applying for like Wendy's and McDonald's because like they literally pay like more than like any other job in the city right now. Like it's $20 to work at like I could get $20 an hour working McDonald's, or I could work my butt off at like Walmart lifting like 200-pound boxes for like $16 an hour. Uh of course I'm going to flip patties, but like even they are like doing these false postings to just get engagement to see how many people would actually work for them. And it's let's see, what did you say? And it's completely opaque, so you get a standard rejection letter instead of an actual reason. I mean, yeah, that too. Like even if they do the decency to like tell you, oh, you're not fit for us. You know what's even worse? They'll take you through like five, like some companies will take you through like five interviews, being like, and at the end of every interview, being like, "You're perfect for us. You're perfect for us. You're perfect for us." And then the last interview, they say, "You're you fit this job really well." And then and then the next day, and then they say, "We'll give you a call about it." And then the next day, they give you an email saying, "Sorry, we decided to go with another option." You know why they went with another option? Because it was cheaper. Or because they weren't actually looking for someone. So many jobs nowadays are doing that. They'll I don't know why I did a little twirl right there, but I did. Uh so many jobs nowadays are just out here posting job interviews, posting job listings, taking interviews, and then not hiring anyone. These are just bogus listings to get engagement, to see to see what how low people will work. So let's say they have an employee that's like making $30 an hour. They post that job for like $16 an hour and see how many people that would outqualify them apply. And then, and then once they find the right person, they lay off they lay off this employee that's been making way more money, but is also way more knowledgeable in the job and that field, and they bring on a new person making way less and doesn't know anything about it and just has basic knowledge of it. A lot of companies is doing that nowadays too. And they wonder why no one wants to work. They wonder why people like silent quitting, I think it's called. It's because your boss could one day could turn around and fire you for no reason. Just or the reason being they found cheaper talent. Pizza. I am just now seeing that wolf bite. I could do with a pizza actually. But yeah, like, oh, I don't want to knock over something, but yeah, like it's really hard to get a job in like 2024 right now. In America. I'm going to say in America cuz I do not know if in uh if in like Europe or the other countries if it's like this, but at least here in America, in 2024, everyone's looking for employees but not hiring. Because every company's taking the most destructive, selfish approach to the market possible, which forces each other to keep doing it. Yeah, I'm not aware of it being that bad over here. Yeah, and you know, Canada has like at least with Canada, I don't know about Canada. They're like they're our neighbors. They're our country's neighbor. Uh, I think they're doing pretty well with the jobs over there, but like also everything costs a lot over there. Like like I know people that will literally travel to the United States and do their grocery shopping in the United States and then travel back across the border to their home because it's cheaper than shopping at a grocery store in Canada. But yeah, like 2024, every everything costs more. Everything costs more. People are making less money and like no one is hiring. So the moment you quit a job or you get fired from a job, you better have a job lined up. Otherwise, you're going to be in this limbo of applying and not finding anything. Canadian cost of living is significantly lower than in the United States, according to the World Population Review. Interesting. You know, that's that's kind of surprising too because they have free healthcare, which is nice for a four-person household. Yeah, I'm actually speaking of houses, I actually own my own house. I bought this house back in, oh geez, I just knocked over stuff. Whatever. I actually own my own house. I bought it 3 years before COVID. Right, 3 years before COVID. I paid like $600 a month for it. Uh, I'm very happy that my bank is very lenient with me because I have I have been behind on my mortgage for over a year now. Like there was a point where my mortgage was like I think $7,000. Like that's how much I owed because I was just not paying it because I just didn't have the money. I'm caught up, but now I'm be now they're sending me a letter saying you got to pay like $600 otherwise we might foreclose on you. And I'm like, "Ah, I don't have the money." So, yeah, it's a mortgage. 1%. 1% interest rate, which is very nice. If you are looking for a home and you live in the United States, the USDA is very nice for getting a home loan. Is that annual or monthly? I pay monthly. Hello, Pickle. How are you? Glad to see you finally. Glad to see you stop in. I'm messing. How are you doing, Pickle? How you doing? Sad? Don't be sad. No sad. USDA Department of Agriculture. USDA Rural Housing. They share the same name, but they they are actually um they are actually two different things. They race. You've been playing Roblox for 9 hours straight. How can you not be sad? Why are you playing Roblox for 9 hours straight? That's my question. So yeah. So we got USDA, let's USDA. All right. So they have a few branches. They have the agriculture, where it's like all food related, food related stuff, you know. And then they have another department for housing. And this department, you can actually take a loan out with them, and they will be so if you are like a middle class American looking to buy a home, these guys will actually give you, for me, I was making at the time of when I bought my house, I was making $10.10 an hour, something like that. So, and that got me a 1% monthly interest rate at like $550 a month. 1%. It was like an $80,000 house. I paid I paid no down payment. It's 1%. Now, at the end of my mortgage, I will have to pay all of the missed percentage back. So on my last payment, all of I would have they'd stretch out my mortgage just a little bit longer just to pay back all of the missed interest. Wait, houses are that cheap in America? No, they are not. In my area, they are cheap. Hello, Enzo. Why does life suck? Uh, well, we spent the first hour talking about it, and I kind of don't want to talk about it again because I don't want to go back into that depressing state right now. I mean, we still kind of are. First, we played War Thunder for like 3 hours, and I only friends said, "Block's funny," so you played. But yeah, no, houses are not cheap. So I don't know what the average is, but where I live, houses are actually pretty cheap because the price of living is pretty cheap here. Um, but if we were to go to, like, I don't know, some other state, houses would be like 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, $1 million. Just for, you know, there are apartments that are going for $1 million. An apartment room. It's one bedroom, one bath. It's just basically just one giant room that you have to live in. And a lot of those, there are places in the United States where that is going for like $1 million. Yeah, I don't have a working microphone. That was gonna be another thing I was gonna talk about. I was gonna talk about how I don't have a working headset right now. I kind of touched on it, but not really. But but yeah, like for me, I have a I bought a Race the S. Thank you. I bought a 3 bedroom, one bath house with a kitchen. It's not a finished kitchen. Not sorry, not kitchen. Basement. The basement isn't finished. I bought that for like 80K. Uh, to get the same thing in like another state, you're looking for in like a few states over. You're looking at around $1 million, like just roughly $1 million for that. And like a lot of times, it's not even that. Lies not moving because lazy? Totally. So like where I live, so compared to like the rest of the United States, I got a steal. I got like the biggest deal of the life. But yeah, it's uh it doesn't help though. It doesn't help though that um every house in America is I bought my house before businesses were buying up houses to rent out for stupidly high prices. So like most Americans can't even own a home because they can't find a home worth it. Like they can't find a home that's reasonable for them. So they have to rent. And you know, businesses are buying up like thousands and thousands of building houses throughout cities, you know. And like a house in the area might have cost them like, you know, if they were to own the place like let's go with like $700 a month. Let's go with that, you know, not including like all the bills, $700 a month. Some corporation comes in and they say, nah, we'll pay the $700 a month. You give us $2,000 a month. 2000 2000. No, this is my VR handwriting. My IRO handwriting is not this bad. But yeah, so like the corporation, they're paying $700 for like that house per month, but they're over here charging you 2000, and that's not even including utilities. A lot of the times they'll make you pay the utilities, or if they're paying the utilities, they'll bump this up like another 1,000. Well, you could have, if you would have bought the house, you would have been paying like 700, and then maybe like, yeah, 300 on utilities, like gas, electric, water, internet, you know, 300, you would have only been like spending $1,000 a month. Now you're like spending 2,000. The way of housing in America right now. I am lucky I bought my house when I did, because who knows if I would have been able to. I don't know. Hang on, I gotta move in my chair again. I don't know. I don't know how bad it is here where I live, but in a lot of places like New York, um, and other places, I'm just I don't know state names. Like I heard a lot of things about New York, Texas, California, uh, a lot of states. People saying there are no homes to buy. If there are, they're way over their budget or way overpriced. Uh, and all they can do is rent. And you're at the will of some landlord or some corporation. And what's actually kind of funny? Actually, this is not funny, but there is an applic a lot of landlords will do a application fee. I'm gonna sit down for this. Hi. No, I won't get that close to the camera. So a lot of landlords will do an application fee. A lot of them will be like $500 just for you to apply for the home. Guess how many there are. I'm not even gonna ask you to guess. There are many landlords that are just doing these application fees and not actually giving the house out to anyone. They're just making money off the application fees. They have no intention on renting out the house. They have they have no intention of renting out the house. It's just to get application fees in, to rack up money to buy more property, to then maybe rent out at an extremely stupidly high price and gain so much more profit off of that, or just to also gain more application fees and never actually rent out to anyone. Now, I've heard some say there are application fees that are like that high, like $500. I would assume most of them are like around $50 to $100, but like even that, and those aren't refundable. You'll be lucky if your bank will be like, yeah, we'll give it back to you. But wait, they get paid to make list the application. What a lot of landlords and like the landlord corporations do, they'll charge you money to submit an application to apply for rent at their house, at their property. Uh, this is to cover staffing fees so they can look at your application and potentially consider you. This can range from $50 to $100. Sometimes extreme cases, $500. I've heard. Um, and they'll just take this money and never read your application. Never read it. Just collect the money, put it in their bank account, and just keep touring the house. They'll keep having people tour the property, and people will be like, "Oh, I really want this," and they'll apply, pay the fee, and never hear anything back. And more people just keep doing that and keep doing that. And the retailers, there's a lot of. I'm lucky. My retailer is actually pretty good. My retailer was pretty good, but there were a lot of there's a lot of corrupt retailers in this country too, where they'll work with those businesses and get a cut of those application fees. So yeah, yeah, it's very normal country. Yeah, I know. Um, I'm adding this application fee to my list of weird stuff about getting a place to live in the U.S. Next one is something called Homeowners Association. Never live in an HOA. Don't ever do it. It's just a bunch of power tripping people. That's all it is. Don't own your land. Don't live in an HOA. Own your own land. Well, you don't own your own land. The government owns your land, but like own your land to an extent. Don't ever buy into an HOA. Don't ever agree to join an HOA. If someone comes knocking on your door saying, "Would you like to join our HOA? We're trying to just slam the door in their face." Don't even acknowledge them, because you could be the only house in the entire HOA that's not part of the HOA, and they'll be so pissed off at you. I browse Reddit sometimes, and I see so many stories of people that, HOAs have been formed around their property, and the HOA keeps offering them money to join the HOA or to buy their property from them so they can move away, and they just keep declining it. And like they just get so like HOAs just get really pissed off when like there's something within the HOA that they can't control. And there are good HOAs. Don't get me wrong. There are HOAs that are actually really good. But is it worth the chance? Is it really worth the risk to let someone that has a power tripping fantasy get into power and try and control the neighborhood to their specifications? I don't think so. I think a I don't I would never risk that. Um and plus you would have to pay HOA fees. That's another thing you'd have to pay per month. HOAs charge you to be in an HOA. So on top of like um, your mortgage, your utility bills, uh, and all your other bills, you're paying the HOA just to live in the HOA. And then you have to follow their rules to live in the HOA. And even though you're paying your bills on time and everything, they can foreclose you for whatever reason. If they don't like you, uh they can try to get a foreclosure on your property even though you're paying all your bills and not late. Like if you break the tiniest rules way too much, they can foreclose you. So so don't ever live in an HOA. Don't ever rent from a corporation and own your own property. Yeah. If you can afford it, own your own property, not in an HOA. If you have to rent, do it from someone that's not a corporation. Rent from someone that's like, they own, maybe it's like their second house that they just don't have to live, that they have no intention on living in anymore. Rent from them because they're going to be the better landlord than some corporation. Probably. I can't guarantee that, but oh no, I dropped the coffee. I want some coffee. Yeah, want some coffee? There's more accountability at least. True. I don't even like coffee. In theory. What are we talking about more accountability on? Like what are we talking about? Like owning a home or like renting? I'll erase that. The landlord thing. Oh yeah. Like when you're renting from a corporation, they're dealing with thousands and thousands and thousands of properties, and those can span statewide. Those can span statewide into other states, um, maybe even other countries. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. And a lot of the times they're giving you junk at a premium price. Also, if you happen to ever live in America and you're renting from someone and then they get bought out, don't ever let the new buyers force you to sign a new contract. Federally, I think it's federally. They federally have to buy into your existing contract. So don't let them feel like don't feel like they can force a contract change on you because they can't. I don't know if that's federally or if that's only in certain some states. I'm assuming it's most states, uh, if not all. Mm. But Europe is starting to get destroyed, so can't say anything against America now. What's going on over there? I I honestly don't. Did we go back to the seat? Let's go back to the seat. Bad stuff. Well, do you mind saying? There's a lot of bad stuff going on over here, so I don't I don't know what bad stuff would entail over there. Like here, the economy's trash. I don't know if the economy's trash over there, but here, economy's really bad. Well, theoretically, it's bad. It wouldn't be bad if corporations were greedy, but if corporations paid us more and didn't charge what they charged, the economy would actually be fine and booming. But they're greedy and pay us very little and charge very high amounts. So it feels like the economy is bad, but our economy is strong. It's just we don't feel it. Like the normal everyday person here in America doesn't feel the economy being booming. Like we don't feel the economy booming because it is. It is. We just don't feel it. We don't notice it because of how low we're getting paid and how high expensive everything is. And it's all greed. It's all because of greed. They could pay us more and charge less on the goods and still make record profits. But they won't. Uh, Geez, I've been live for an hour and 40 just rambling. Have I dropped any frames? No? Oh my goodness. I'm surprised. I didn't drop a single frame. I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts. And if you're wondering what I'm pointing at, I'm pointing at the individual screens that I see in VR. I have my Twitch dashboard right here. I have my YouTube dashboard right here, and my YouTube Shorts dashboard right there. And then I have my chat right here and right here in my hand. And then I have a little camera of what you guys see right here. War broke out and like a huge immigration problem. The economy starting to be a bit more. Let's just say the war is really it's a dream place to live in. You're scared to go even there now. Sweden is like, well, not even Sweden anymore. It's bad, so sad. Yeah, I'm streaming to YouTube Shorts as well. Hey, that is and the violence while that went through the roof. Hey, hopefully that war ends soon. Hopefully just Russia stops invading Ukraine, or hopefully Ukraine wins the war. Some whatever. Hopefully the war ends and Russia doesn't get anything out of it. Um, don't get me wrong. I think Russia is a beautiful country, but politically and whatever, they're pretty messed up. I've never been to Russia, nor do I nor do I plan on anytime soon. Let's not get political here. No politics. Though I would you say that's political though? I mean, I guess it's a political war. Your UK is your dream place to live. Everything's political. If you try hard enough, everything's political. Yeah. Me being a furry, that's political to some people. To some people, me being a furry is political. I'm a furry? No, no, I'm not. I just pretend to be an animal on the internet. You know, There are some nice places here, you guess. You got Paris. Um, you got um, what what other places? You got Big Ben, London. You pretend to be a dog on the internet. I like that video. I really like that video. I don't know. Is it? Is I'm just when I hear UK, I just think Europe. I just think like all the European countries. I know it's not Europe. It's the UK, but that's just what my mind comes to when I hear the UK is Europe. That's just that's just how I think of it. Like I know, yeah, you're in Europe. The UK's in Europe. Uh, but you're just not in the EU. Wait. That's what's confusing me. You're in Europe, but you're not in the EU. What? Isn't EU Europe? I'm not like I said, I don't know everything. I don't know it all for over there. You know. The only thing I knew the only thing I knew about the politics over there was Boris Johnson and Brexit. And then how like five prime ministers uh no, not five. I don't know. A couple prime ministers had to step down because of their ideology. That's all I know about the politics over there. They're used interchangeably in amount. Ah, okay. I mean, if it works, it works. Uh, I like that comment that got hidden by YouTube's auto mod. Very good comment. Hello, Bean. Serbia, Bosnia, Switzerland, European micronations, Norway, and post-Brexit UK are all European nations not in the EU. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. I would have never I would have never known that. Actually, I I thought they were all in the EU. I just thought EU meant for European. I didn't actually know it meant something else. Like what's happening? We're just chatting about life and things. Yeah, I know it's the European Union. I just assumed, I assumed that all European nations were under the European Union. Europe is a Swedish rock band created in the year 1979. But yeah, we're just talking about life. We were talking about. I mean, we kind of still are. We're talking. We talked a lot about how bad things are right now. Like for my life, everyone's life, the economy. We've been chatting for over an hour, almost 2 hours now. 15 more minutes, and we'll be at 2 hours chatting. There's also the Eurozone, which is the Euro as currency, which is more similar to the EU in terms of countries. Huh. Life is pretty bad right now. You just started school too. School, yeah. Here, school hasn't started yet. Uh, but it will be. It will be soon. After what is it? Memorial Day? Is Memorial? Can someone look this up for me? What is the holiday? Ugh, my controllers. What is the holiday that is at the start of September? Is it Memorial Day? I can't remember. I'm really bad. I've been always really bad with that one. I want to say it's Memorial Day because it's not Veterans Day. I know that, but Memorial Day. Wait, no. Memorial Day is late May. What is the holiday that is at the start of September? It is a U.S. holiday. I know that for sure. Is it Labor Day? Labor Day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here school starts after that. Like I think it might be a week after or something. I don't remember. I haven't been in school since 2016. Oh my goodness, it's almost been 10 years. What are you doing here, Stream Elements? I never set you up. I never set Stream Elements up to say that. Stream Elements be forcing things on me, I guess. I wonder what this picture is. I wonder what this skybox is. Getting botted. I know. I wonder what this skybox is. Maybe it's New York. It kind of looks like New York. You got the water. I don't know. I'm gonna go if it's New York. But but yeah, honestly, I miss school. Talking about school, I would rather be back in high school than paying bills and working a job. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. You know, those were the years of being with your friends every day of the week almost. You know, you saw your friends every day. You talked to them every day. You hung out with them every day. I haven't talked to a school friend in years. I don't like the facial expressions. Did I turn those off? But yeah. Once I graduated high school, I lost contact with a lot of my friends. Um, you know, every once in a while I'd run into them at like at work or something when I was working, and you know, it was always a good time to catch up and chat. But I never my social anxiety. I grew up with them, and my social anxiety wouldn't let me talk to them outside of meeting them in IRL. Social alienation has been one of the biggest factors in negative mental health since the 1800s, or rather, alienation in general. Yeah. You know, uh, there's it has been. Shoot, I don't even know. Obviously you make new friends at work, but like once you leave that job, how likely are you to keep communicating with them? I mean, maybe if you are really really good friends and you don't have social anxiety, neither do they. Maybe I guess the friendship can survive, but like for me, I have a severe social anxiety. I don't like to be the one to initiate. People are not being as connected in society as they were pre-industrial revolution. Honestly, I think everyone has some sort of social anxiety. Yeah, just like how everyone has ADHD to an extent. When I was growing up, I was diagnosed with ADHD. But that was pretty rare to get diagnosed with ADHD back then. It didn't. It wasn't something that was being diagnosed like all that often. And now look at the diagnostics of ADHD nowadays. It's through the roof. Like compare it to like 20 years ago. It's like the symptoms of ADHD. I mean, everyone's ADHD is different. Some people it affects them very greatly. Some people, it's like they don't even have it. But there's that little thing that ADHD does control in their life, whether that be uh things can't change, like or everything has to be perfect, or you can't focus, or you focus too much. Yeah. But I know because you almost didn't get diagnosed because of that. Oh, really? I was diagnosed at a pretty young age. Uh, I was having a hard time focusing in school at a pretty young age. This was back in elementary school, around second grade for me. I was having a hard time paying attention and all that. Parents were like, "What's going on?" Got diagnosed with ADHD. They put me on ADHD medicine. I became an honor roll student until like high school. Until like high school, I started becoming not honor roll. I was still like honor roll, but I was like low honor roll. Uh, I blame calculus. I hated calculus. I didn't understand it. But you were diagnosed 4 months ago. Dang. But yeah, like I don't know. It just feels like a lot of people nowadays are just being, Like if you look I've looked at a chart comparing all the years of, people being diagnosed with ADHD, and it was pretty like steady, like there were dips and in the to go higher or lower, but it was pretty steady, and then we hit like the 2020s, and it just shoots like so high up, and it's like, did we become more aware of ADHD and the symptoms of it? Did we get a better understanding of it around this time so we know more on how to diagnose it? Or are more people just being, or did like are just more people nowadays just have ADHD? There's much more understanding of it, of what it is, so much more people are seeking a diagnosis. Yeah, I guess. I'm sure if we had the understanding of ADHD like 20 years ago, it would have shot up then too. Go away, alarm. Why is an alarm going off? Oh, that's my alarm to start streaming. Ugh, but ugh, dang, you're a funny one. Ugh. Sorry, I had to ban a few people from my YouTube chat. Uh, Although to be honest, platforms like TikTok aren't exactly helping, specifically the attention span. Yes, attention spans are horrible nowadays. The reason ADHD was finally viewed as similar to schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and just another flavor of crazy. Yeah, to an extent. It's kind of crazy that, you know, that it was viewed as like, oh, you have ADHD. Are you're crazy. You're crazy. Well, nowadays we are like, yeah, I got ADHD. Oh well. It was less accepted back then. Nowadays it's, you know, more accepted, but also more treatable. Hello. I'm not gonna say your name because I know exactly what it sounds like. It's because I wasn't constantly bouncing off walls. Furry, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by that. As ninja, you had no other choice. Ah, I thought it was pronounced something else. Well, hello there, ninja. How you doing? Please excuse that my mouth's not moving. I don't have a working microphone right now, other than this one, which isn't even connected to the game. Yeah, when I was growing up, I was literally bouncing off the walls. I I was hyper. I was a very hyper kid growing up. I had no boundaries. Uh, I didn't really know right from wrong growing up either. You know, most kids don't. Growing up. You know, it's all learnt as you grow. But like comparing my child me as a child to now, I was so much more social, much more active, uh very hyper. Nowadays, the only social engagement I really get is with family, streaming with you all, and then yeah, and I'm not hyper at all. I mean, there are days where I am hyper, but it doesn't last long. Kids generally are like that, yeah. Some people stay that was longer than others. Stay that way longer than others, yeah. Zeph doesn't visit you IRL. Zeph is in Germany. He's coming to the States. He's moving to the States at the end of this year, and then at the start of next year, we have plans to meet up finally. But but no. No, the only people I see IRL now are family. Uh I don't see friends. I don't see friends anymore. Um, People that I work with, I may chat with them at work, become friends with them, work friends with them, but like the moment I'm not at work, I'm not hanging out with them. I'm not talking to them. And, if I leave the job for whatever reason, I'm most likely not gonna, try and keep in contact with them. Yeah. So, you know, just family and my dogs. My dogs keep me company though. They're good company. They get me out of the house. I have gotten a lot more sunlight in the last couple of weeks because of them. They've been begging to go outside a lot more often. And before, I had a chain that, I just hook them up to, let them out, and they do their business and stuff. And then occasionally I let them out into the yard. I mostly did it at night. But now, that chain's like destroyed. So I've been taking them out to the yard every day, like multiple times a day. You know, Most of the time they're instantly asking to come back in because it's way too hot for them. But like, it's nice to step outside. You know, bask in the sunlight, even the moonlight. Sit up, stare at the stars, bask in the moonlight. It's actually very nice. What's not nice is being eaten by mosquitoes, but that's another thing. I wish mosquitoes were the ones to die off, and not like butterflies and stuff. Back to that topic. Nah, I'm not gonna bring it. I'm not gonna bring back up that topic, but yeah. Um. But yeah. Uh. I'm gonna start wrapping up things. I'm gonna talk about the future of this channel real quick. of my channels, I should say, I guess. Um, so I want to do more just chatting segments like this. They might be in VR chat. They might be just me as a VTuber. I don't know. Uh, but I want to at least chat for like an hour, like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even longer at the start of each stream. Um, you know, maybe gauge what you guys want to what you guys would like to see, have polls and stuff and see get you guys more engaged in what we actually do on the stream, talk to you guys and all that. Like how we did now, you know. So like so next stream, whether I'm in VR or just VTubing, expect it an hour, at least an hour of just chatting, where we'll talk, figure out what we're gonna play, and then I'll take a break afterwards. That will be like around a 10 minute break ish. It could be long, it could be shorter. I don't know. And then we'll play a game. We'll play a game, and then yeah. I want to stream more often as well. I haven't updated the Twitch schedule, but I'm gonna be streaming more often at around this time, so around 4:30 p.m. Like starting between 4:30 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern, somewhere around there. So around the same start time. Probably more around 6 p.m. Eastern. It would be more what I'll do, because most people, they're probably home by then, and yeah, it's also more of the dead part of my day. So right now I have scheduled tomorrow. I have a stream scheduled for tomorrow, Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I have streams scheduled for. I have Friday. I'm taking Friday and Saturday off, and then I'm gonna take Sunday, Monday off, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm going to stream for next week. That is the plan. That is what I want to do. Um, Schedule wise. Now, depending on how I'm feeling, I don't know. Like if you were here chatting with us, chatting with me, or just here in general at the start of the Zoom, you probably know that I might what's going on. So I might miss days. I might be late. Uh, I'll try and not be late, or try and actually stream. Whether even if I am late, I'll try. Um, and I also want to go more towards the retro. I want to go more old school. So, uh, obviously, I grew my channel off mostly TF2. TF2 has got me where I am right now, and I have no intentions on quitting TF2. My controllers keep disconnecting, but uh, so I have no intentions on quitting TF2 on streams. It's just I want to do it less. So I want to play more games from like the PlayStation 1 era, PlayStation 2 era, GameCube, um more games like that. Check out games that I played as a child. Check out games that I probably didn't play as a child, you know, or growing up, I should say. Childhood to growing up. Um does that mean I'm not that doesn't mean I'm going to stop, playing modern games, TF2, etc. Still going to do that. Still going to do that. I haven't decided, but I'm thinking Thursday will be a TF2 stream. Maybe every Tuesday. I don't know. Maybe we start the week off with TF2, or maybe we midweek do TF2. I haven't decided. Uh, but yeah, more just chatting segments at the start of each stream. Older games are going to start being streamed on here. So the next game we're playing is Croc. That is my plan. The next time we stream tomorrow, hopefully, I am going to be playing a game that I grew up with. It's from the PlayStation 1. It's called Croc. You play as a crocodile, and it's a platformer. So that's gonna be a game that we will play on stream tomorrow, hopefully. And then another game, and then we'll go from there. I'm still planning on doing chat versus streamer, where Twitch, YouTube chat can like put inputs into the chat and mess with my stream and mess with my game as I'm trying to play the game. Press WASD, move my mouse, etc. Whatever it is that I can set up. And I still got to figure out what a game and all that, but like N64 stuff, Majora's Mask, 64, and some other of the goats of retro gaming. Yes, we. My plan is to go through a lot of the games that I played as a kid, a lot of the popular games of me growing up, and just check out games I never played growing up as well. So yes, those would get played. So like Majora's Max, SF64. I'm sorry, what is SF64? I don't think I've ever heard the SF64. What's up, Sasha? You okay? But yeah, we check out like N64 stuff as well. Oh, thanks for slapping your ears on my arm. I guess I don't know if that got picked up by the mic, but my dogs are getting restless, so because they know I'm about to end soon. So, but yeah, more retro gaming. You heard nothing. Ah, it's surprising. It was actually really loud. Her flopping of her ears. But yeah, um, but yeah. Tomorrow, rock. I don't know the full name. I forgot what it is. I put a picture of it in my Discord. But we're gonna be playing Croc tomorrow, and then from there, we'll see. If I want to finish the game, we'll finish the game. If chat wants to see the game played out, um, and then we'll just keep going through all the classics. Um, but yeah, like I said, the plan's still up in the air. The scheduling is still being worked on, but yeah, expect to see a lot more retro games. There will be modern gaming as well as TF2 still, and also more just chatting. So yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Uh, Chatted for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Holy shoot. I honestly thought I was gonna get through everything in like 40 minutes or something like that. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that I was able to get it to be 2 hours. Surprising. Thank you, chat. for thank you everyone for coming and chatting and everything. Uh, whether you whether you talked about joined in on some conversations or not, I appreciate you being here. Um, Tomorrow, uh, expect between 4:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern for me to be starting my stream. Yeah. Uh, Before I end it, anyone in chat want to say anything? If not, come join the Discord. Do exclamation mark Discord in chat, and you can come join. You know, when I go live, come chat. You know, all that fun stuff. Um, Other than that, uh, I just want to let you all know, you, yes, you are very important. You are loved, and no matter what you're going through, you'll get through it. There is there is something at the other side waiting for you that is much better. You just got to push through it. Take care, everyone. I am heading out now. Peace. There will always be better days, indeed. Now, I gotta figure out how to end the stream. I gotta reach over. Bye. Did it end yet? Did it end? Hello? Is it over? No, as these streams don't end on themselves.